In the lecture series, we have discussed about this robotic arm for thermal applications, and we have seen the use of the smart fire detection system for this. And now we are going to see what are the application of this robotic arm in our real-time industries. So, as we have discussed in the previous lecture series, this robotic arm handles the thermal application based components which is used in this heating units. So let us see in the real time where this thermal arm can be replaced and can be used. So first let us take foundry industries. So in foundry industries, Coimbatore is a hub of foundry industries where there are many foundry industries in and around the city. So here in the foundry industries, casting is a very important process. So the raw material which is often collected, it is melted in furnaces, and then the melted metals is taken to the foundry part where it is poured into the molten sand, where the workpiece is created with the help of the patterns. So this process is called as the casting process. So now this handling of the melted metals is handled by using the ladles. Okay. So it is done manually. So here the pouring from the furnace is taken from the manually using the ladles, and then it is poured into the mold. Okay. But when we use these robotic arms, these robotic arms are easily capable of handling the thermal applications with higher temperatures, because normal room temperature is around 28 degrees Celsius, whereas the melting of the metal takes place at 1000 degrees or more than 1000 degrees Celsius. So during the temperatures, handling by the human is not advisable, because in case of emergency or in case of any spilling of this hot molten lava or any these metals, it may get seriously affected the human parts. So this use of this robotic arm can be used in foundry industries to carry these molten melted metals to the mold, to pour the mold. So this is one application. Second, we can go for the automobile industries. So in automobile industries, when the vehicle is running, so normally what happens is, as the chemical energy fuel is converted into heat energy, the heat energy which is converted into mechanical energy, and most of the heat energy is liberated. So by the conduction process, the parts of the this engine will absorb the heat. Okay. So here what happens is, if in case of any emergency or if you want to handle these engines, so it is difficult to touch the engines. Even if you take radiator, when the vehicle, when it is running for a particular kilometer, if it is stopping, it cannot be touched or it cannot be made to open. So because of this heat, so we can use this robotic arm to handle the engine parts. So if you want to take, or if you remove any bolts or any nuts, or if you want to have a place any parts or anything, these robotic thermal applications can be used. But if you take in many industries, automobile industries, in big manufacturing, so we are using robots even for painting and fixing the parts, assembly, every process from the base to the complete finished products, everything robots are used. But these robotic applications with thermal applications can be used specifically for small scale workshops and in the maintenance areas. Okay. So and next, this robotic arms is usefully used in the medical industries also, because you can see, if you go for a doctor, we can see many injection parts and many small applications or appliances used for surgeries has to be sterilized, because once if it is used, there is a chance of many bacteria and infections may be spreading. So we want to sterilize that in a hot water. Okay. So the sterilization is done with a very high temperature. So manually we can't handle that equipment when it is very hot. So at that time what we are doing is, we can use these robotic arms to handle this So these are some of the applications of the robotic arm other than our pressing unit and industry side. So this can be extended. Thank you.